how are people affording life right now? How are people tackling this cost of living?
We're not. Truth of the matter, most of us are living paycheck to paycheck with credit card debt. I know people who are legitimately putting gas and groceries on credit cards just so that they can get back and forth to work. I believe that this is what most people are now calling the silent depression. $100 has become the new $20, and it's ridiculous. But the best thing about it is that people have shifted their core values. Look at this app alone and all the videos of all the retailers on Black Friday that nobody was there. They just don't care anymore. People are realizing that if it doesn't bring value into my life, then I don't need it. And while I don't get political on this app, you're having people on both sides of the aisles going, yeah, this kind of sucks. Right wing, left wing, it doesn't matter. It's the same bird. And now so many Americans are going, I truly just, I don't care. I think it's woken a lot of people up to the idea of why are we funding things that we don't care about when all of us right here are struggling. It's changed people's attitude in the workforce to where a job is just a job. You used to be very loyal to a job, but they've seen that there's no employee loyalty because there's no employer loyalty. People aren't putting up with toxic bosses anymore. You're either going to treat me right or I'm going to leave, because there's tons of companies that are hiring because nobody can find help. People just don't trust the system anymore, and they're starting to focus on what matters the most. Most people are out here making more money than they ever have and realizing that it's not going anywhere. So they're just not spending it.
So employers have abused employees for so long, and it's starting to catch up with them. And this is how it's going to work in your favor. If you're a caregiver, if you're a nurse, and if you're really genuinely good at what you do, this is your time to shine. Because a lot of the people that are looking for good people, a lot of employers that are looking for good people, they can't find good people anymore. Because those good people have been burnt, and people are revolting against the system. They don't trust the system. They don't even care to even apply for jobs anymore. So employers are struggling. They're begging for good quality candidates because the job market is in a mess right now. So this is going to work in your favor, because now with artificial intelligence, you can now work on your own. You can now start your own home care business, and it's much easier and faster than ever. There are platforms like Claude Cowork, and I've done a video about this where you can use Claude Cowork to do the back end, right? To do your accounting, your HR. So it's like hiring multiple people for your business. The physical people you're going to be hiring are the caregivers that are going to be actually doing the work. So you as the business owner, you just manage everything with AI, and all the staff with AI. Even managing all your software, you can use AI for all of that. So it's much faster and easier than ever. So the wealthy clients, the ones that have money, they don't compromise when it comes to the quality of caregivers. This is where you're going to shine if you're really good at what you do. You need to learn 2 skills. You need to learn how to sell, and you need to learn how to market your business to the wealthy clients.
What has made a lot of people turn their back on the system is that now they somehow either make too much or not enough money to qualify for the government assistance that they've been paying into their entire life. There are people out there who can't afford to buy the groceries, but they make too much money to get the food stamps. A lot of people are out here calling it the depression. I like to call it the awakening. People are just realizing how much they can get done on their own, and that they don't need the government to hold their hand. So to go back to your question, how are people making it financially? I don't really know, but I'm very grateful that people are starting to look for answers.
Really compared to that confusion you get when you're working a job with people, y'all doing the same job, making around the same money.
Jobs are dead, guys. You're hustling backwards if you still relying on a job. Because with this inflation thing, you think your employer is going to increase your hourly rate as this inflation gets worse and worse? No, they won't. I read somewhere that inflation went up 26% from 2020 to 2026. It's gone up 26%. That means if you're making $50,000 a year in 2020, you should be making $76,000 in 2026 to maintain your quality of life that you had in 2020, just 6 years ago. That's how crazy things are right now. So if you think your employer gives a crap about increasing your rates, they don't care. You're just gonna have to struggle or start your home care business. That way, you can command the rates that you deserve. And I can teach you how to do that.
But here they come with brand new cars, just got a new house, keep having babies, and you trying to figure out where your next meal coming from. Like, yeah, I had to go put a down payment and buy a 2008 Ford Fusion. And you coming here with a brand new Beamer? That don't, wait a second.
It's all credit, guys. It's all credit. There are some people that still have good credit and they still have jobs. They can access credit, but that's a trap. You can't be operating in this new economy like you were operating back in 2020. Especially for some of you guys that have a lot of experience, you need to start thinking differently. And this is why you need a coach. You need me. Schedule a call, invest in yourself. I'll put a link in the description of this video. And when you invest in yourself, I'll add you to my private membership group. In that private group, there are already other caregivers, there are other nurses that are starting their home care businesses, that are looking to change their lives. They're investing in themselves. So we can hold each other accountable to do the work. It's either that or you become a wage slave. And I don't want that for you. I want you guys to win in this economy, because if you're watching my content, that means you're already a winner. You just need coaching. Schedule a call, invest in yourself. Talk to you soon.